Hello. So, attitude. Attitude, the subject, the chapter that we will discuss today. Before we discussing the attitude chapter, here this is the case study for the attitude. That what is attitude, and with this case study we will discuss that what are the good and what is the bad attitude that we generally know, and what actually the attitude means. We do like case studies. Mainly the attitude. This is there are different types of you can say uh, there are different types of attitudes are there mainly, but here we only discuss on the attitude, what attitude actually there in your organizational behavior. That means that attitude will work in your organization or in your company. Okay. So this is actually the attitude and how you discuss on the attitude and what is the types of attitude that are actually induced in the environment of the organization that we will discuss today with this type of case study. So we will discuss on the toxic leadership example, that is on the Enron. So in the Enron Corporation, the energy giant Enron Corporation, it collapses into bankruptcy in late 2001, resulting from years of systematic accounting fraud driven by its top executives. So who is the leader? The CEO of the company, Jeffrey Skilling, Mr. Kenneth Lay, the chairman and the former CEO, and the Andrew Fastow of CFO, Chief Financial Officer. What is actually the action? Okay. The summary of the text of the action, that is the leadership team cultivated a hyper-aggressive, narcissistic and deceptive corporate culture that leads to a massive accounting fraud. What is the massive accounting fraud? Executives, they used complex special purpose entities or SPEs to hide billions of dollars in company debt and toxic assets off the balance sheet, fabricating the appearance of strong profit and robust financial health. This was enabled by the aggressive use of market-to-market accounting, which booked anticipated future profits immediately. That means they hide their debt or their loan from the market, and they actually gives the public, or they actually gives the documents in the public domain that their company is much profitable company. Then number two, culture of fear and internal competition. Now listen carefully. Skilling Institute, a brutal semi-annual performance review system that is known as Performance Review Committee or Rank and Yank. What is this? This system forced manager to grade a percentage of employees as poor performers to be fired, which cultivated intense internal competition, paranoia, and discouraged employees from questioning ethical breaches. It is a powerful tool, right? The performance review committee, here you have to mark your employees from 1 to 10 or something that, and you forcefully you have to rank your employees, okay, and those who are not top, okay, last, maybe they are a good employee, but because they stood last, they are expelled from the company. So these sort of toxic cultures are there. And insider trading and deception. While publicly promoting the company's incredible success, key executives sold millions of dollars in their own stock, knowing the true precarious financial condition of the company. They sold their own stock of the company. They have stock of the company. They sold their stock because they know that is their stock is not good. Their means their company is not a good financial condition. They are selling their stocks, but they're telling the market that their company is good and purchase the stock of the company means they make bubble in the stock market. So what is the problem? Then hit it bankruptcy. Enron filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in December 2001, which was at that time the largest in the US history. Employee devastation. Thousands of employees lost their jobs, and many also lost their entire retirement savings, 401k plans, they are called these, which were heavily invested in Enron stock. Dissolution of Arthur Andersen. The scandal led to the dissolution of Arthur Andersen, one of the big five accounting firms, which had certified Enron's fraudulent financial statements and legislative reforms. Because of this, there are Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002 or SOX Act of 2002 that is implemented. So the attitude and the Enron case, here we can see that the fear among the employees. Employees are fearful, right? Because they know that after 6 months, some of them compulsorily are cast off from the company. They're expelled from the company because of their ranking. Okay. So if all of your employees they score, suppose there must be a pass score, like you are a student, so in examination there is a pass number, like 40 may be the pass number, and you have to score 60, 70, 80, 90, and because of that you are total 61 students, so maybe there is a rank from 1 to 61, maybe, and maybe all of you are passed with more than 60% number, that is also possible. But if I ask that the last 10, regardless of their numbers, maybe they got 70, they got 80, they are failed because they are not at the rank within 50. That is wrong, right? Similarly, the same attitude are incorporated by Enron. Then deceptive information in the public domain. They give wrong information to the public that their financial statements are good, their company stocks, they are sold at very high prices, but everything is deception, everything is wrong. Number 3, they are cultivating a very wrong culture inside the company. The CEO, CFO, sorry, they incorporated a very wrong culture inside the company, right? Like that they told something to the employees, they told something to the public, they told something among themselves. Also, there are internal unhealthy competition, right? Right. This is insane. Like you cannot drop some of the standard person uh, from the group. Just the person comes last because there is a standardization. So there is no standardization inside the company. Very unhealthy competition among the employees. The employees themselves, they think other employees are is an enemy of them, right? Because they need to go, means upper side of the rank, and to doing the upper side of the rank, they may be in the frustration, they may be do, they may be did something that is unethical, right? So this has happened, and that is very wrong. So that is we know about the Enron case, and uh, this is what about attitude. What is attitude? Attitude is your reaction over the environment you have, the event or for something. What is your perception and your reaction on that? That is your attitude. Okay. So fearfulness is one of the attitude. Which attitude actually drastically means cut down the loyalty for the company, number one. Number two, they also cut down the productivity because you are fearful. You have a fear to fail, that's why you cut down the productivity. It also cut down the means group activities because everyone became everyone's enemy. So this is the story of the positive attitude. Okay. And the story of the Satya Nadella. So Mr. Satya Nadella's positive attitude and the transformation of the Microsoft. The Satya Nadella tenure as CEO of Microsoft starting in 2014 is a powerful case study in how a shift to a positive and empathetic attitude in leadership can fundamentally transform a global cooperation. He inherited a company that was technology powerhouse, right? But was plagued by internal cultural stagnation, known for being a know-it-all environment with intense internal competition, which steeped innovation. So Narendra's positive attitude was not merely superficial cheerleadering. It was a deep strategic change in the company's core philosophy, centered on the growth mindset and empathy. The core cultural shift, know it all to learn it all. The most significant changes Nadella introduced was replaced by the company's previous fixed mindset, that is know it all attitude, to a growth mindset, that is learn it all attitude. It was the bedrock of his positive approach. What is the problem? Fixed mindset. The old Microsoft culture, partly due to the infamous stack ranking performance review system, forced employees to compete with each other. People are rewarded for providing they were the smartest in the room, which leads to soiling the ear of information, fear of failure, and internal knife fights instead of collaboration. So, Nadella's positive attitude or growth mindset, the learn it all culture encourages curiosity, continuous learning, and adaptability. It reframes failure not as career-ending mistake, but a necessary learning opportunity. This shift attitude reduces internal friction and unlocks innovation by making employees feel psychologically safe to try new things and collaboration. Number two, the power of empathy. Nadella often cites empathy as the most critical skill for a leader. He believes that the ability to understand and share the feeling of others, customers, partners, and employees is fundamental to create successful products and thriving culture. So understanding customers, the empathy approach drove a major strategic shift. Instead of trying to force customers into the Windows ecosystem, Microsoft started meeting customers where they were. For example, by making Microsoft Office available on rival platforms like iOS and Android, Nadella focused on empowering the user rather than protecting legacy revenue system. That is one of the very strong points. Next, empowering employees. Nadella empathy extended to dismantling the toxic stack ranking system and culturing a culture of inclusivity and collaboration. By prioritizing the well-being and growth of the people, he ignited a positive energy within the organization, leading to higher morale and the better work. So the strategic realignment, like market focus, old attitude was Windows first, resisting the change. New attitude is cloud first, mobile first, making a bold bet on Microsoft Azure like cloud computing. So Azure become a dominant force driving massive revenue growth for them. Competition, previously it is adversarial, not invented here mentality, but new, that is collaboration and openness, embracing partnership and open sources. The famous way Microsoft loved the Linux. So acquisition the GitHub, a key open source platform, and making Office available on all rival devices. So this is a new thing, right? Like Android is a rival, iOS is a rival of the Microsoft, but we are using the Microsoft Office in our Android, in iOS. So that is the shifting of the strategy. And purpose. Previously it is focuses on protecting existing products in the market. Right now they are not protecting. They empower every person, every organization on the planet to achieve more. So this inspiring and positive mission gave employees a sense of purpose. That yes, we are an employee of Microsoft and we will do whatever it takes to go further for Microsoft. Right? So that is one of the positive mindset change from the previous company. Okay, where the company is basically the employees are competing among themselves. Okay, employees have a fear of startup. Right now, the Microsoft, they tell the employees that okay, you do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to innovate, collaborate with others. So it is a more market-driven, market-oriented, positive, attitude-oriented work. They are a negative one. Okay, that's why the Satya Nadella and Microsoft they are thriving more. Okay.